Download this code from codegive.com, link in the description below. React and Accessibility Fundamentals. Accessibility is an essential aspect of web development that ensures all users, including those with disabilities, can interact with and navigate your application. In this tutorial, we will cover the fundamentals of accessibility in React applications and provide some code examples to illustrate best practices. Why accessibility matters. 1. Inclusivity. Making your application accessible means that users with disabilities can access the same information and perform the same actions as everyone else. 2. Legal requirements. In many places, websites are required to meet accessibility standards, example WCAG, to comply with laws and regulations. 3. Improved usability. Accessible designs often lead to a better user experience for everyone, including those without disabilities. Core accessibility principles. 1. Semantic HTML. Use HTML elements according to their intended purpose. 2. Keyboard navigation. Ensure that all interactive elements can be navigated and controlled via a keyboard. 3. ARIA roles and properties. Use ARIA attributes to enhance accessibility where native HTML elements cannot suffice. 4. Focus management. Manage focus effectively, especially after dynamic changes in the UI. 5. Color contrast. Ensure there is sufficient contrast between text and background colors. Setting up a basic React application. If you haven't already set up a React project, you can do this using Create React App. Example, Accessible Button Component. Let's create a simple button component that adheres to accessibility standards. Step 1. Semantic HTML and ARIA roles. Use native HTML elements, like button, whenever possible. They provide built-in accessibility features. Step 2. Keyboard navigation. Native buttons are focusable and can be activated using the keyboard, both Enter and Space keys. This is crucial for users who cannot use a mouse. Step 3. Proper focus management. When a button is clicked, you might want to perform some action and manage focus appropriately. Step 4. Color contrast. Ensure that the button has enough color contrast with its background. Use tools like the Web AIM Contrast Checker, https://webaim.org/resources/contrast checker, to validate. Step 5. Testing accessibility. To ensure your application is accessible, you can use tools like React Axe, integrates with React to identify accessibility issues during development. AxeCore, an accessibility testing engine that can check your app during runtime. To add React Axe. Then, configure it in your index.js. Additional considerations. 1. Forms. Use label elements for inputs to ensure they are associated with their corresponding fields. 2. Images. Use alt attributes to describe images for screen readers. 3. Dynamic content. Use ARIA-live to announce dynamic content changes to assistive technologies. Example of an accessible input component. Here's an example of an accessible input field with a label. Conclusion. Accessibility is a critical aspect of web development, and it's essential to consider it from the start when building applications. By using semantic HTML, managing focus, and employing ARIA attributes where necessary, you can create React applications that are more inclusive and user-friendly. Remember to regularly test your applications for accessibility and stay informed about best practices and standards. Happy coding!